What's up, everybody? My name is TJ McClellan, broker of Fitness Realty, welcoming you out to the Fitness Realty podcast. This is episode 86. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be so fun. Today's podcast is all about taking action. So I'm going to read you the line really quick that I want you to think about. So the line that I want you to think about is, what motivates you to take action and not just sit back and dream? So a lot of times people have all these dreams, right? We all understand we have dreams, we have goals, and what's the difference between those? So if you hear that really quick, what is the difference between dreams and goals? I want you to write down something down in below, right? In the comments below, write down what the difference between dreams and goals is. And I'm going to tell you right now, the difference between dreams and goals is something that you wrote down. A lot of times people are dreamers, right? We're all human. We all think, oh, I'm going to have this great dream. I'm going to make $1 million this year. I'm going to get this new car. Right now, I have a dream, and I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't written it down, so it hasn't turned into a goal. I have a dream that if crypto takes off and goes bonkers, I'm going to buy myself a Hellcat, which is crazy. I don't even think that I would want to drive one of those around. I had a buddy of mine tell me, all you're going to do is burn the tires off and spend a lot of money in gas. And maybe he is right. Maybe I should just rent one for a day and get that out of my system. I'm not sure. But anyway, I do have that dream, right? The dream is, if crypto takes off, I want to buy a Hellcat. If you guys don't know what a Hellcat is, go and look it up. If you're a dude that loves cars, you definitely know what a Hellcat is. So whatever. So anyway, but in my opinion, that is a dream right now because I have not written that down anywhere. The only places that people have heard about it is right here, right now, or my wife knows about it because I've told her once or twice, and she thinks it's stupid. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't put words in her mouth. She doesn't like it because she thinks I'll probably die or wrap it around a tree, which, I'm not saying that's not possible. As you guys know, those cars go really fast, so maybe that would be possible. Anyway, what I want to talk about, though, is that dreams and goals have different aspects to that. If you are a person that is ready to take action and try to achieve your dream, if you're not writing that down, it is super hard to actually make that dream happen. I want you to think back all of the dreams that you've ever had that were actual dreams that you think you wanted, not like fantasy weird stuff like living in the castle at Disneyland or something like that. I'm just saying, like, things that you thought were achievable and maybe not achievable, right? Like, a dream can be anything. But I wanted you to think back to what those dreams looked like, what they felt like, and how many of those you've actually achieved. For me, I can tell you right now, the dreams that I've had on my dream list or dream the back of my mind, right? Because I've never written any of those dreams down. I've not achieved very many of those, if any. I can't even think right now of any dream that's on that I'm like, ooh, I dreamed that up and I actually achieved that. And maybe that's not possible. I don't know. If you think that's possible and you can actually achieve dreams that way, let me know. Maybe you have an insight that none of us ever thought about. Secondly, though, the goals. So if you're not writing your goals down, they're just dreams, in my opinion. If you're writing your goals down, though, those goals actually start to take shape, right? You might actually write down what your goal is, and then you might actually write down a game plan to get to that goal, and you might actually achieve that goal. So if you could put this under the entire perspective of what does an action taker look like, an action taker, in my opinion, is somebody who writes down their goals and breaks down those goals into small achievable goals or small achievable bites, right? I'm sure you guys have often heard that saying that is like, what's the best way to eat an elephant? And it's one bite at a time. I don't know why people would eat an elephant, so don't quote me on that. So anyway, the only way to do that, though, is small achievable mini goals, right? Or sub goals, or whatever you want to call them there. But the difference between a dream and a goal, writing it down, and the difference between an action taker and getting those goals achieved are mini goals along the line. And so today I want to try to piece out how I achieve goals and become an action taker. And a lot of that strives from writing down the goals, but there's a key piece that I want to kind of focus on that is a way for your mind to hurdle over the sedentary lifestyles that most of us live, right? Humans in general, in the beginning, we were hunter-gatherers. We would hunt, gather, but a lot of the time we would save energy and conserve and just lay around or sit around. Now I'm paraphrasing like history classes that I've had in the past. And so if you are a history buff, you can definitely critique me and tell me all about it. But in my opinion, when we were hunter-gatherers like that, we were conserving energy. And so the goal was to stay alive, but there was a lot of times where you would just lounge around and maybe not become an action taker. So I want to kind of talk about that action taking side though. The way to overcome that, the mind-mental gap, in my opinion now, is becoming the healthiest version of yourself. And so Fitness Realty, we really incentivize healthy living lifestyles. I've said that probably 100 times on this podcast, but we do incentivize healthy living lifestyles for people to drink water, walk more, go to the gym, pray more, journal, whatever. We do incentivize something to make you the strongest version of yourself. But the real reason why I do that is because a healthier version of you, or the healthiest version of you, gets over the mind gap of being sedentary. If you can go to the gym day in, day out and overcome the obstacles of being sedentary, you can definitely become an action taker in all of your goals. Recently, as you guys know, I usually do a once a year episode on our YouTube channel all about my goals, and all of them are written down. They've been written down the last 4 years, pretty much ever since Fitness Realty was started. And when I started writing those goals down, I actually started to achieve those goals specifically. Now, if I didn't write them down, they were just dreams. And if they were just dreams, that's cool, but they were never going to be achieved. So I had to start writing those goals down so I could achieve those. One good piece, I really want to hone in on that and make sure you guys understand that the key piece to overcoming that mind sedentary lifestyle is becoming the healthiest version of yourself. So that can look like a very different model for everyone out there. You might be 100 pounds overweight. You might be very young. You might be very skinny. You might be very big. Whatever body type you have or whatever mindset you have right now, if you can start becoming the healthiest version of yourself, you will start to become an action taker. So, and I know that kind of sounded like I was just writing a symphony right there or whatever, just kind of you're going to become an action taker or whatever. But what I mean is when you become the healthiest version of yourself, you will be able to crush those achievements and those goals. Just write them down and become an action taker. So anyway, this has been episode 86. I'm TJ McClellan, broker Fitness Realty. I love you guys. I really want to make sure that you understand that becoming the healthiest version of yourself will help you become an action taker. 1% extra every day, or become 1% better every day, and you will have exponential growth in yourself. And that is the key to having success in the future. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here on the podcast, and we'll see you next time. Bye.